Dear students, good morning. The notes of this video lecture are available in the description of video. Please download your notes. As you know, we are discussing phylum Porifera. As name indicates, this phylum Porifera, it includes the animals which possesses pores, the pore-bearing animals, commonly called sponges. Dear students, in this phylum Porifera, two important topics are there. One is water vascular system or canal system, or it is aquiferous system. And the second important topic of this chapter, that is skeleton in sponges. Water vascular system or canal system we have already discussed, and in today's lecture we will cover skeleton in sponges. Note down, skeleton in sponges that provides a supporting framework to the body. In some sponges which are exceptional, like Myxospongia, like Oscarella, the skeleton is absent. In these some sponges which are exceptional, the NEET students, note down, there is no skeleton. In some sponges which are found in deep sea water, the skeleton is pseudoskeleton. It is false skeleton, as this pseudoskeleton is not produced by the body itself. It means this pseudoskeleton is produced by the foreign substances which are outside of the body. Means pseudoskeleton is not secreted by the body cells, but in most of sponges the skeleton is true, and this true skeleton is otoskeleton, or it is otophyla. Means this true skeleton is produced by the body cells, but it may be supplemented by the foreign substances like sand, called genophyla. This otoskeleton may consist of needle-like spicules or spongin fibers, or both. Means in case of phylum Porifera, in case of sponges, the true skeleton, which is otoskeleton, that is otophyla, that consists of fine needle-like structures, crystals, crystalline structures, and these are spicules, or maybe spongin fibers, or both. These spicules or saccharides are produced by special type of mesenchymal cells, and these cells, which are amoeboid in structures, are named scleroblast. These spicules are of two types. On the basis of chemical nature of spicules, saccharides, these are classified in two groups. On the basis of chemical nature, calcareous spicules. These calcareous spicules are formed of calcium carbonate, while the siliceous spicules are made up of silicic acid, hydrated silica, called opal. On the basis of their size, that was the types of spicules on the basis of chemical nature. If the spicules are made up of calcium carbonate, then these are calcareous spicules, while the second type, which are made up of silicic acid, hydrated silica, then these are named siliceous spicules. Now, the types of spicules on the basis of size, these are of two types. Megasacchulars, as the name indicates, these are large size spicules, and these megasacchulars are essential skeletal spicules, which are present in both outer and inner layer of body, while The second type, these are microsacculars. These are auxiliary or flash spicules. These are small size spicules, and these spicules are present in mesenchyme, in mesoglia. That's why these are named flash spicules. On the basis of size, two types, large sized are megasacculars, the small sized are microsacculars. On the basis of chemical nature, calcareous, siliceous. Calcareous are made up of calcium carbonate, while the siliceous are made up of hydrated silica. Now, very important type on the basis of their shape. The spicules are of 6 types: monoaxon, triaxon, tetraaxon, polyaxon, spheres and desmas. On the basis of their shape, monoaxon spicules. Note down, monoaxon spicules means these spicules having one axis, but these monoaxon spicules, either they grow in one direction or they grow in both directions. So these monoaxon spicules are of 2 types. One is monoactinal spicules, commonly called styles, and these monoactinal spicules grow in one direction. They may be of 2 types: tylostyle, one end is pointed and the second end is knobbed, rounded knob is there. Or this one is second time, it is acanthostyle. This entire surface of this spicule, it is well covered by tiny spines. Diactinal spicules. These styles monoactinal spicules grow in one direction, while these diactinal spicules which grow in both directions. And these diactinal spicules are of following types: auxils, both ends are pointed, needle-like; strongyle, both ends are rounded; and in this tornode, look here, both ends are lens-like; and in this tylode, both ends are rounded knob-like. And these are some special types of diactinal spicules which grow in both directions. This one is C-shaped. These are named sigmas. This one is, it is bow-shaped, and this bow-shaped spicule is toxas. Here, both ends possesses plates. If both plates are similar, identical, then these are isocala. And both plates at both ends are of dissimilar, different type, then these are anisocala. If the body of the spicule, that is spirally twisted coiled body, then these are named sigma spire.